Good morning, y'all. Welcome back to another day with me, Teizzy, and Teizzy's World. And I hope everybody had a wonderful last night and a great morning start, right? So with that being said, let's move forward. We now are on Isaiah chapter 14 to 16. God's mercy, restoration of Israel. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, and the people shall take them, and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaidens. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow. Sorrow. From thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, and say, How hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked, and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continuous stroke, he that ruleth the nations in anger, is persecuted, and none hindereth. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fair trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, Since thou art laid down, no fellow is coming up against thee. Hell from beneath is moved from thee, to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee. Even all the chief ones on the earth. It hath raised up even all the chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. all they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. Yea, thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee, and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble? That did shake kingdoms? That made the world as a wilderness, and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners? Judgment against Babylon summarized. All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, every one in his own house. But thou art cast out of thy grave like a abominable branch, and as the remnant of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword. Let's go down to the stones of the pit. As a carcass trodden under feet, thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. Beauty of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name, and remnant, and son, and nephew, saith the Lord. I will also make it a possession for the bittern and pools of water, and I will sweep it with the bosom of destruction, saith the Lord of hosts. The Lord of hosts hath sworn, saying, surely as I have thought, so shall it come to pass, as I have purposed, so shall it stand, that I will break the Assyrian in my land, and upon my mountains tread him under foot. Then shall his yoke depart from off them, and his burden depart from off their shoulders. This is the purpose that is proposed upon the whole earth. And this the hand that is stretched out upon all the nations. For the Lord of hosts hath proposed, and who shall disannually? No. Disannul it. And his hand is stretched out. And who shall turn it back? In the year that King Ahaz died was this burden. Rejoice not thou, who Palestina, because the rod of him that smote thee is broken, for out of the serpent's root shall come forth a cockatrice, and his fruit shall be a fiery flying serpent. And the firstborn of the poor shall feed, and the needy shall lie down in safety. And I will kill thy root with famine, and he shall slay thy remnant. Howl, O gate, cry, O city, thou who whole Palestina art dissolved. For there shall come from the north a smoke, and none shall be alone in his appointed times. What shall the one then answer the messengers of the nation? That the Lord hath founded Zion, and the poor of his people shall trust in it. The lamentable state of Moab, the burden of Moab, because in the night Ar of Moab is laid waste and brought to silence. Because in the night Car of Moab is laid waste and brought to silence. He is gone up to Bajath and to Dibon, to high places to weep. Moab shall howl over Nebo and over Medeba. On all their heads shall be baldness, and every beard cut off. In their streets they shall gird themselves with sackcloth on the tops of their houses, and in their streets every one shall howl, weeping abundantly. And Heshbon shall cry, and Aleli. Their voice shall be heard even unto Jahaz. Therefore the armed soldiers of Moab shall cry out. His life shall be grievous unto him. My heart shall cry out for Moab. His fugitives shall flee unto Azor. And a heifer of 3 years old, for by morning, mounting up of Laheth, with weeping shall they go it up. For in the way of the Horonaim they shall raise up a cry of destruction, for the waters of Nimrim shall be desolate. For the hay is withered away, the grass falleth, there is no green thing. Therefore the abundance they have gotten, and that which they have laid up, shall they carry away to the brook of the willows. For the cry is gone round about the borders of Moab, the howling thereof unto Egim, and the howling thereof unto Beer Elam. The waters of Dimon shall be full of blood. For I will bring more upon Dimon, lions upon him that escapeth of Moab, and upon the remnant of the land. Moab exhorted to obedience. Send ye the lamb to the ruler of the land for Selah, to the wilderness, unto the mount of the daughter of Zion. For it shall be that as a wandering bird cast out of the nest, so the daughters of Moab shall be at the fords of Arnon. Take counsel, execute judgment, make thy shadow as the night in the midst of the noonday. Hide the outcasts, betray not him that wandereth. Let my outcast dwell with thee, Moab. Be thou a covert to them from the face of the spoiler. For the exhortationer is at an end, the spoiler ceaseth. The oppressors are consumed out of the land. And in mercy shall the throne be established, and he shall sit upon it in truth in the tabernacle of David, judging and seeking judgment, and hasting righteousness. We have heard of the pride of Moab. He is very proud, even of his haughtiness, and his pride, and his wrath. But his lies shall not be so. Therefore shall Moab howl for Moab. Everyone shall howl for the foundations of Kirhasheth. Shall ye mourn? Surely they are stricken. For the fields of Heshbon languish, and the vine of Shibmah. The lords of the heathen have broken down the principal plants thereof. They are come even unto Jazer. They wander through the wilderness. Her branches are stretched out. They are gone over the sea. Therefore I will be well under the weeping of Jazer, the vine of Shibmah. Thee will water thee with, I will water thee with my tears. O Heshbon and Lely, for the shouting for thy summer fruits, and for the thy harvest is fallen, and gladness is taken away, and joy out of the plentiful field, and in the vineyards there shall be no singing, neither shall there be shouting. The treaders shall tread out no wine in their presses. I have made their vintage shouting to cease. Wherefore my boughs shall sound like a harp for Moab, and my inward parts for Keharish. And it shall come to pass, when it is seen that Moab is weary on the high place, that he shall come to the sanctuary to pray, but he shall not prevail. This is the word that the Lord hath spoken concerning Moab since that time. But now the Lord hath spoken, saying, within 3 years, as the years are a hurling, and the glory of Moab shall be contemned. With all that great multitude, the remnant shall be very small and feeble. Amen. God bless you all. Mwah. See ya. Have a great day, y'all.